Hey people, hoping you're well. End of autumn into winter. For me, this has always been a very abundant harvest time. And it's an abundant harvest time for many people in the world. April's this massive time for deer hunting. For me recently though, coming out of that massive intense deer buzz, I've been looking to the sea and the sky. I've been shooting ducks and chasing fish in the estuaries most of the way to the sea. But it's been an awesome change and a great abundance of natural food in my diet. Speaking of which, it's not a gardening channel, but I do have to share with you some of my recent harvests of what I've grown over summer, because when it comes to building a food self-sufficiency, which is the essence of what I'm up to, that is what I want, is to be able to harvest a range of wild foods and supplement it with homegrown. That's taking the power back in the strongest possible way and the healthiest possible way. Just quickly folks, speaking of colder weather, I've got a pre-order on at the moment for some merch. If you are keen for a hoodie, the classic blaze beanie, or for something a bit different, a bit more neutral, I've got a charcoal beanie going at the moment. So if you don't want to be super loud and super blazy on your average day in the city, consider the charcoal if you're keen. But yeah folks, this is one way of getting some support drummed up for the channel. I always appreciate it if you're repping Aussie Bush Harvest, folks. I've always loved seeing people wearing it about the place. So if you don't already and you're keen, hoodies, blaze, charcoal beanies, aussiebushharvest.com. It's on pre-order, so the pre-order will last for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to put the orders in, and end of the first week of June, I'll be shipping them all out. That's the plan. Anyway folks, if you're keen, aussiebushharvest.com. Respect everyone. Anyway, the good times are natural. Thanks for watching. I really enjoyed that duck shooting. That was sick. Oh. Good pair of teal there. That's beautiful. Either way, that was some mad shooting. I enjoyed that. It's just nice when you've got a couple come on over and you're like, that's the lead, bang, and you're like, oh good, and another one comes down like, that's the lead, bang, and just builds that confidence where, I don't know, you're in the zone, the subconscious knows what's going on. Look, teal are a smaller duck for sure, but they're very, very tender and tasty. Gorgeous little ducks. Anyway, there's a bit of light left, so I'm going to hit one more dam and see how it goes. Well, another teal and a woody. There was a lot of teal on that dam. Off the woody and then like, oh, now I will take a teal. So that's great. I've got 4 teal, a woody and a black for this session. I'm pushing it for time, but there's one more dam I'm going to have a look at. It'll be worth it, just, you know, I'm not out here all the time. So, I'll have one more look. Now on that last dam, I see something that I've never seen before. And irrespective of whether people think we should shoot them or not, I don't really care. I've never seen a blue-winged shoveler before. What an awesome duck. Anyway, got up the next day, found him again, had to go get a closer look. Folks, just quickly, I want to take a couple of minutes to answer the most common question I just get through messages and email and the like, and that's what my hunting rifle is and why I chose certain parts of it. Now, if you've watched the channel for a while, I have covered this before, but plenty of people are new to the channel, and I thank you guys for it. You're very welcome, and I hope you enjoy what I've got to put out coming forward. Anyway, what you got in front of you here is a Remington 700 SPS stainless steel, and it's chambered in 7mm 08. Now, without going into too much, I chose this because it was going to be an all-round platform. I'd seen 7mm 08 used a lot in the New Zealand hunting scene back when I was starting out, and it was a hunting scene I wanted to emulate because it's very red deer focused amongst other things. And 12 years later, it's had some improvements, but it's still the same rifle and it's still serving me just as well. One of the main differences that you get from the factory model is that I've got this HS Precision stock on it here. Can't help but thank Miles. Thank you so much for it, mate. I'll never forget that kindness. This HS Precision stock was actually taken off another Remington 700, Remington 100 Sendero. It was a heavy barrel variant, and now it is on here with a lighter barrel. It works just as well. There's extra palm swell in the back there. And I tell you what, compared to the factory version, just having, it's up to preference, but just having that, you know, between my thumb and forefinger there, it suits me a lot better. We've also got on the back here is just it's a simple ammo pouch there, it's from Twin Needle. But that great advantage to me with that is that there's just this padded extra rise on top of it. It's only about 1 centimetre, but for me, that makes a huge difference in just cheek swell there, not just upwards but sideways. And so that kind of negated the need for me to do anything to the stock to put a riser in or anything like that. There's a Timney trigger on it here. I got a big, massive thanks, Matt, Hamish. None of this improvement would have been anything without you guys. This rifle would not be what it is without that Timney trigger in it. And ironically, all Remingtons made, 700s made from now on, I believe, have Timney triggers in them. They had a partnership, something like that. Good on them. The point is, that got this rifle up to speed with that. That was the most notable improvement. It's been huge. Just on the top of it here, Maven CRS .2. Now, CRS scopes, they are the entry level to Maven. That's the bottom of the pack in that respect, but huge jump up in quality for me. We've got a 4:16 power zoom there. That 16's a lot, but I tell you what, the first time I took this rifle out after this customization, it was a salmon deer hunt, and I shot a stag 300 meters, and I wouldn't have made the shot unless I had that level of zoom, to be perfectly honest. It's a 44mm front reticle there, bigger than the 40mm that I had beforehand. What I had before was a 3:9 by 40 scope. This is a 4:16 by 44 scope. So all those specs kind of just improving. But I have no need to get a bigger scope than that with those specs anyway. The quality of glass for an entry-level scope in this it's just great. It's just great. If you guys are interested in Maven optics, check out the Modern Hunter Australia. They're great supporters of Aussie Bush Harvest, and I always thank you guys for it. But they are the distributors for Maven optics in Australia. So please don't get it from overseas. Please check out the Modern Hunter first. And just whilst I'm here, folks, I might address the elephant in the room. or should I say, the service elephant in the room. Some of you will get that. It's okay if you don't. I got this big fella back from the taxidermist. I shot this stag in 2022 in the raw, so about 3 years later, now I've got him in possession. And I'll tell you what, when you want good taxidermy, there's a demand for that, and there's less supply taxidermy-wise than there used to be. So if you want this kind of stuff done, folks, you can expect a bit of a wait. But this good work was done by Boris Uzlek from B&B Taxidermy, and he's very kind supporter of the channel too. Thank you, Boris, and thank you for your good work. Now folks, this might seem odd to some, but I've always wanted to grow a meaningful crop of sweet potato, because when you get climates where it's right, it is such an abundant and healthy food source, a really strong complex carbohydrate, and it's one of those ones where, you know, they're just not extremely nutrient and nitrogen hungry. They can grow in all kinds of average soils, and I've kind of worked out that the more I was trying to work on the soils and fertilize them and make them all like that, well, that's great for all the other veggies and plants, but not so great for sweet potato. You could really grow it in marginal ground. And let me just share the harvest with you right now. I feel so stoked for it. It's a meaningful crop that's going to last with me for a long time and complement all the wild game that I'm lucky enough to be able to take. Righto, starting with Captain Obvious over here. Ho ho ho. That's an absolute classic. That's mad. That's bigger than you get from the supermarket. Oh, hey! Oh, that's good. Very nice. Oh. Yes. Yes. Oh, the mother load. Look at this. Oh. Can't tell you how stoked I am. The abundance is real. That's better than you get at the supermarket, size-wise, and well, I'll tell you later about flavour. Ah, kumara for days. Respect. I mean, it's just so much of it. Just love it. Just keep loading her up. Now, for those who don't know, I mean, I can't just go into these straight away. I've got to cure them. I'm going to give them at least 2 weeks, I reckon. It's got to be in a warm temperature, dry spot. A complex carbohydrate, slow release energy into your system. It's just mad. This is half of the mega haul. Got the other half here to go, so let's see. That's about 19.5 kilos of sweet potato. I know with curing that weight will go down a little bit, but I'm really stoked with that. That's one of the best harvests I've ever had of anything. Had an absolute bumper crop of pumpkins as well. To be perfectly honest, working with the last 3 or 4 months, moving with the seasons, I've been constantly eating fresh greens, constantly eating good veggies, and you know, the typical ones, zucchinis, capsicums, cucumbers, like a bumper onion harvest that I had, and that's been lasting me all the way up till now. Still got a good dozen of them left, and they're good. But with all of this fresh produce, it had to come together somehow. I had to have a feed, you know, good catch and cook, just to tie this all together. And worthy of a trophy shot. Remember, trophy is a very personal concept. This felt like a trophy. Ah, you bastard! Fly off. Just went. Knife. Oh, Aussie salmon. See it. Oh, Taylor. Dude, it's a good Taylor. Ripper. Look at that, man.
Yeah, he ain't coming off, bro.
About 35 centimetres. Great for a single bloke. There'll be nothing going to waste. That's mad. Catch a fish a few days ago, 6 different vegetables, fresh and cooked, from my garden. Completely homegrown, primary ingredients. I just love it. Right down to the bottom. Oh, nice flatty. Oh, that's a really nice flatty. Yeah, that's a nice flatty. Oh, beautiful. That's dinner. Oh, nice. That's good. Oh, yes! Damn, my second rod's been on this whole time. Oh, another good flatty. Another good flatty. Yeah. Oh. Nice. Now let's get you a little bit smaller than the last, but perfect eating size. Up and over. Not a tokenistic catch by any stretch of the imagination. So there was water in my microphone there. So, I'll wrap it up, folks, but I'm just trying to get across the holistic joy of this lifestyle. Constant harvest, constant wild harvest, homegrown, is healthy. And I'm just doing the best to live the dream, folks. I'm doing the best. And I feel like most days, or days like this, I am living the dream. I just hope you are too. Folks, the good times are natural. Thanks so much for watching.